Hello, friends from the comic book world. My name is G,
And I'm Hector.
and we're here to talk about the February 5th, 2024 FOC. I was like, did I get the date right?
Yeah.
Hector and I, we work for Penguin Random House, so the titles that you'll see today are those that we can sell into the international market. And so with these, we always select our favorites of the week that we are interested in picking up. Obviously, it's only a small select amount. Uh, and definitely comment down below on what you're picking up as well. We are on social media, so definitely check us out at PRH International Comics, where we'll post some news and updates on there on multiple social media platforms aside from YouTube. So Twitter, X, will be on Facebook and Instagram as well. I'll post those links directly below in the description. So we'll go ahead and get started here on the first pick, which is actually mine. And
Yeah.
this one is Anyway, I'm Falling in Love with You, Volume 1 by Haruka Mitsui.
Mitsui. Yeah.
I could be wrong. Sorry. This one is about Mitsua's 17th birthday, and it's not going very well. Her dad forgot about the birthday, which is pretty bad. Uh, the senpai that she likes isn't interested in her. Her social calendar is basically not socialing, is not happening because of the C word, the the COVID pandemic. This is a pandemic type of, yeah. Um, so social calendar is not happening here. It's a mysterious virus that is going around, and her longtime childhood friend decides to ask her out, which completely like throws her like a loop because she didn't realize it. What does this change mean? How will their friendship change? So basically, everything is going to the pits, and she has to
Fair.
figure out and just work through all of this. So again, this is like a pandemic romance type of a story, and trying to maintain a sense of normalcy in like the high school life, even though her life is being upended at this time. And yeah, it's just I think for fans of Skip and Loafer would probably like something like this as well. So yeah, yeah. So my pick for this FSC.
Yeah. Very
We're
cool.
going into cover picks now.
Yeah. I apologize if you guys hear a dog barking in the background. But this is my first pick for cover lovers pick this week. It's Ultimate X-Men #1, the AKA or AKA variant 1 in 25. We talk about AKA all the time. I love the Aka's art. We don't know who they are. I keep researching every time I pick a cover. I can't find it. Please, anyone who knows, post something on the comments. But this is for the Peach Momoko written, Ultimate X-Men, part of the new Ultimate universe that is coming out, which started with, Ultimate Invasion and Ultimate Spider-Man's out, and there's going to be also an Ultimate Black Panther. And in this one, Peach is creating a new team of X-Men, and this character that you see in the cover, it's Maystorm, which is a character that she designed and created for a cover for a program that Marvel did last year with several artists, creating sort of a new character that could be a sidekick for one of the big characters in the Marvel universe. And in this case, it would be like if Storm had a younger Asian, obviously she's in a school uniform, sort of teen, uh, you know, uh, super a mutant that would have her powers too. The name is May Storm. She debuted, everybody loved it. She also did then a cover design cover with this character, and now she gets to introduce this character in this book. She also introduces another character that is called Armor. And you'll learn more about that when you pick up the book and all that. But here we're talking about this cover, and I love all the covers for this book. There's a couple from Peach Momoko, and there's some other great artists. Mark Brooks, we just saw the art that the Marvel release for the Mark Brooks variant, but this one is my favorite. Like I said, I'm a fan of Haka. I love how you get this, you know, sort of close up of May with her powers and sort of the electricity and the air and clouds sort of swirling around her and in the back. And of course, I love, her design itself, her costume and all that. Her, it's really, really cool. Looking forward to the book and looking forward to this cover for sure.
Mhm. All right, my pick is the Giant Size Spider-Gwen issue number 1. This is the Betsy Cola 1 and 25 variant. Not only is this a cool cover, because I like how it almost looks like they're coming out of the cover, the
Yeah.
way that it looks. And then you
Hmm.
have like it's like they decided, how are we going to spread the word about our concert tonight? So we're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
going to like swing through and like throw all of these flyers out so that people can
Yeah.
come. But also the I'm just interested in reading it because this is the Carnage symbiote is resurfacing in Mary Jane, and Gwen has to not only save her friend from from new and terrifying villains that are going to show up here, uh, but also have to deal
Yeah.
with this, right? The daily life and trying to maintain that balance between between the daily life of trying to get through
Yeah.
that and then this other superhero side. So
Still have
yeah,
to make time to swing around, throw down some flyers and take a
take
selfie
selfies.
while
Yeah.
carrying a guitar
Uh,
too, which the ability for all of this is amazing.
yes.
Super powered. Very cool. Next, I love this one so much. This is Captain America #7. This is the Lucas Wernick Stormbreakers variant. And here's paying tribute to Squirrel Girl, Doreen Green, and it looks amazing. And you have either Tibito or Squirrel Girl. I don't know, one of the squirrels that are Squirrel Girl's companions. It could be Monkey Joe or Tibito, one of them. And I love the pose, superhero pose, sort of jumping up with the tail sort of in the background, swirling around. And then you have the squirrel on top of her hand doing the superhero pose also, the 3-point sort of superhero pose. And I love the colors of this. I love the design of this. And it's just amazing. I know G knows that I'm a big fan of Squirrel Girl.
Hmm.
So
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm really excited about this.
All right, next up is a
Yep.
really cool cover too. This is Sensational She-Hulk issue number 6. This is the Ben Harvey variant.
Yep.
Um, it looks like She-Hulk is at Herald Square on 34th Street and
Yeah.
stopping off there, looking at the sign. And I really like that the train number is 1979, which is the first appearance of She-Hulk in Savage She-Hulk #1. Just cool. And then everyone are just busy getting through, and I don't know how comfortable she was for two. She was probably like bending her neck trying to like in the train, in the subway car, I
Yeah,
should
yeah.
say.
I love that the guy next to her is like annoyed, just an annoyed New Yorker getting out of the subway,
It's like, I
all
don't care who
cramped
you
up.
are.
Yeah, all
Yeah, I
cramped
just
up, which it would have happened whether she was in there or not.
yeah.
But yeah. And then the little girl is the one that's like, "What?
What?
What is this?" It's awesome. Very cool.
It's a really cool cover.
Yes.
Really enjoy it.
Then my next pick is Dawn Runner #1. This is the cover C by Dyke Round or Ron. This is from Dark Horse. This is a very cool new story from Ram V, illustrated by Ivan Kegel. Um, and then, like I said, Dyke Brown does this variant cover. Um, Dyke Brown, we talked about Dyke Brown before in this channel. I picked some of his covers before. He has done a bunch of covers for Marvel and some of the other independents, and they're always like this, very beautiful, lots of colors. Sort of, if you flip through his Instagram, you see that he tends to favor sort of this perspective of, from below up, and he does such a great job of it. And in this one, it works so well because you can really see, how giant this machine robot is. The story of this book, I'm not going to get too much into it, but obviously there's mechas in it. But it's about, creatures coming out at some point in Central America, and humanity having to create these robots to fight them. It reminds me a little bit of Pacific Rim, the Guillermo del Toro movie that also had a sequel, and then also obviously like things like Gundam and Evangelion more than Gundam. So it has that feel to it, to the story. The art, I saw a couple of pages of the interior, also look extremely amazing. I think this is going to be a very fun, very cool book. And this cover is just, I had to pick it because it's so beautiful. And I'm a fan, obviously, of manga, anime, and mecha is a big part of it. So I'm excited to see what Ramvi is going to do with this. Definitely.
Okay.
Very cool.
And then we have our news for the week. The
Yes.
Midnight Shadows. So this is actually it's a original sci-fi comic that is inspired by the storytelling of the band The Midnight. And The Midnight is composed of band members Tyler uh, Lyle. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing the
Sure.
last name, and Tim McEwen. I have to look up their songs after this so that I can
Yeah.
be more familiarized with the band themselves. But for fans of the band and their retro sound and newcomers to like the 1980s nostalgia, like cyberpunk style aesthetic alike will enjoy this universe.
Yeah.
Um, this struck out to me mainly because of the premise, because the premise is really cool. So I did want to talk about that. It's about Jason, who spent his life running from his problems. But now he and his childhood sweetheart are like at that point in their life where they're getting ready for parenthood. And he's like struggling for his loss of adolescence and transitioning into that stage of his life. And so to sort of reclaim that or at least have like a little bit of that adolescent thrill, he rediscovers his favorite old video game, which is like something that Hector and I like are definitely like we definitely identify with that. And the video game is called The Midnight, which is a nostalgic 1980s fantasy adventure. And the hero of that game travels to a cyberpunk world to save people from eternal darkness. So, like, the game that he finds is broken. So, like, he's trying to fix the broken game and ends up in a mysterious arcade, an abandoned mall, and where like he played that old game prior, and he's suddenly transported into that post-apocalyptic Neverland in the year 2085. So again, a futuristic sci-fi world, and it's perpetual night like in the game, and time stands still in this like I guess not game because he's like in the reality of it now, and all the
Yeah.
people in the game believe that he's the returned hero that's going to save them, like the protagonist of the game. So he has to try to like reckon with that. And his wife happens to be in there, but like her memory of him, like she sees him as that returned hero. So he's like trying to figure out, like he's this lost character trying to figure out how to use his new superhero like powers, and like trying to take up the responsibility of like being a hero in this world. So it's really fun. For fans like who can relate to this, video game fans, fans of the bands as well would absolutely love this. It's such a really cool concept. So I wanted to spotlight this for our news this week. So
Yeah, I wanna mention it's a graphic novel, so
mhm,
it's not collected or single issues. It's coming in October. It gives me so many different vibes from obviously the aesthetic, the cover itself. It's like, Blade Runner. You have the card and the person walking towards it. But the story and everything in it, it has a combination between Matrix, between Ready Player One, between so much every isekai almost, well, at least the sci-fi ones, and it's something that is right up my alley. And like G said, I'm not familiar with the band, but I'm definitely gonna look them up and start listening to the music, um, and looking forward to this one.
mhm,
Definitely,
mhm.
yes, yes, yes. So cool.
All right, that's it for this week. Thank you for joining us. We do this on a weekly basis, so definitely come back for more next week. And like I said before, comment down below on what you're interested in picking up. And again, check us out at Peerage International Comics on social media platforms. Those links are below. And yeah, that's it for now. Bye, everyone.
Bye.